Let's watch
Pure aggression. As I know, even they hear what they speak.
Yeah, exactly. No, this thing challenge.
सकल खराब है माता शादी करने आ रही है अरे भाई मेरी बेटी क्या है तेरे से ज्यादा सुंदर है मेरा पति तेरे से ज्यादा सुंदर है मेरा पति सुपरवाइजर है मेरे से मारो ना एकदम खुशियां बिताती है समझी आई मेरे पति सुपरवाइजर अब पढ़ने का पढ़ने थोड़ा सा अच्छा बात है आई ऐसा कभी आ रही है पंडित कानी से किस तरह से बात करते इतना मीटिंग को आए हुए बकवास करने लगे सिंपल नहीं है उनके बात तो यहाँ पे नवाजा सक्कर जब बात करिए लेकिन देखिए नहीं सक्कर और देख मेरी बेटी है सक्कर तेरे पास भाग कर मेरे पास पर ज्यादा सुंदर है चंद्रमा है ठीक है
This is just a lot.
अरे सक्कर क्या है
And she didn't follow herself. See, she full and go in situ. The guy left the
I think
situ.
she must be saying something nasty to him.
Yeah,
She must be saying something nasty to him.
she got calm down. See, the people are asking for a face. So.
She's daring him.
Yeah, people are even telling her to calm down.
Gosh.
Were you expecting that?
Come on, this doesn't make any sense. Where are the men here? Why are they not restraining him?
Why do you want to restrain him when they didn't restrain her either in the first place? They should have restrained her or calm her down.
This doesn't make any sense. I mean,
Okay, so what do you make from the video? What can you say about this video?
wow. That's my first reaction. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, I can't fully understand what the exchange is about.
Yeah.
But I definitely feel there was a provocation somewhere. But I think the guy lost control. Fair to him.
Yeah.
Fair to him.
Good.
He stood from where he was, moved around.
He tried to remove himself from the
situation, and I guess because they are in a bus or a train or something, there was no other place for him to go to, and the woman kept provoking him. So there is no justification for provocation, both for the woman, whatever triggered her, and also for the guy to have gone overboard and started hitting her. I will not justify any of them, but what I will say is, no, that was overboard, both from the guy and from the woman. So I blame them both.
Yeah.
As adults, you shouldn't escalate anything to this level.
Absolutely, and I feel like it got to the climax where the punch and the slap, came through and landed on her.
Yeah.
But then my question is, the people there should have tried to de-escalate her from verbally and actually physically being aggressive towards him. I mean, you saw that he was very calm all the while, and I don't support any form of physical violence. Okay, neither do I support verbal abuse and the rest of
Definitely,
it.
I don't think any responsible gentleman, grown-up gentleman, should support violence. I can understand maybe when you are still younger, in your teens, early teens, you can still, get in a fight, which is I see it as primordial instinct. But once you are coming of age, you know how the world works. You know you are to protect women.
But then don't you think? Yeah, I get your point. Don't you think women or most women are abusing that? Don't you think they're abusing it these days? Because you find everywhere on the internet where women throw the first punch, hit first, verbally abuse, and all of that.
To be honest, I wouldn't think a a cautious woman will throw the first punch or even be overtly aggressive in raising her voice.
But in this case,
it doesn't just sit well. I don't think it makes any sense for you to.
But in this case, we saw that from this woman all along. For more than 5 minutes of the video, she was the one being the aggressor. Okay,
and everything.
Now there's a saying that a couple of guys or a group of guys will argue with you that if a woman behaves like a man, she should be treated like a man. What do you think about that?
To be honest, because I tend to lean towards stoic thinking, I absolutely believe in respect and dignity.
Yeah, but that should be mutual. Yeah, respect should be mutual.
It should be mutual, but you get to a stage and you know the implication of actions. Now, I am not saying allow yourself to be disrespected and things like that. I'll be honest with you, I support if a woman is bold enough to give you a slap, the best thing you can do is to return it to the woman.
Well, some other people may argue with you, may not support.
Well, the reason I'm saying that is maybe from my own point of view. Good. I feel I know what proportion is.
Oh yeah, compared
to you going to the street, meeting somebody that maybe he's just not into how the world works, and you try to slap and he stabs you. So what happens then?
Yeah.
So I believe in the school of thought of an eye for an eye. You came to slap me. Maybe you are getting one of my eyes blind. I'm not going to leave you and watch you.
But that's not what your religion teaches you. That's what Christianity say. But fine, we're not talking about religion now.
There are many things.
Yes, because you mentioned proportion. I would just like to just touch more on that. I mean, we know that in de-escalating physical aggression or violence, your action, your reaction should be proportionate to the action. Is that not true? Now, do you think this man's reaction was proportionate to the woman's action?
That is a subjective question. We can't be. There is no measure.
It's not subjective. It's objective because you saw it. We saw the video together. You saw what happened.
Well, in the context of answering the question, we saw the video. We saw what impulses can do. But now I'm talking about when somebody provokes you as a person. You can't quantify, she's just shouting at you, and then you went ahead and give a slap, and you could have, I don't know what she was saying, she could have triggered him.
Personally, I believe if someone is verbally aggressive to you, it's either you leave the place or you respond verbally.
But you couldn't have left this place.
But I don't believe in responding with a kind of hit or slap, to a verbal aggression. Do you understand? That's what I feel.
I agree with you. I don't believe in responding with aggression, especially when the person is not aggressive or not overtly aggressive per se. But people differ.
Okay, good. I was just
different things trigger different people.
I was scrolling through the comments, and one comment really struck me. This comment is from an Indian person who understood the language, obviously. So she said that the woman is very, very angry because the man made a remark, a kind of derogatory remark towards her own daughter. So it's more like she's defending her daughter. So I can see a kind of motherly instinct here kicking in, trying to defend and stand up for her daughter. Do you think that validates her actions?
Well, I didn't see that. I don't know of any comment. I don't know the comment he made that must have warranted them having this long session of back and forth.
Yeah.
But what I can say is I saw her for 5 minutes ranting, following the guy, pointing the slippers.
Yeah, that was too much.
For me, I think that was too much.
Yeah.
But then whatever has transpired, I don't know. But again, I will say use the appropriate channel. If that was a crime he committed against your daughter, why don't you make a report at the police
Absolutely.
Why don't you get the authorities involved?
And if we are trying to train our boys to stop or not to hit any lady at all, no matter the circumstance, we should also advise our ladies and train our girls, to tame their tongue. Okay, not to be verbally aggressive, because for me, being verbally aggressive is more or less like being physically aggressive. Okay, so sometimes men don't know how to respond, verbally. They just know how to respond by their physical strength and all.
So, sometimes some men. Okay, I will give you a classical understanding of how I understand violence. Some men have gotten. In fact, this can point back to what we discussed in the last video about the boxing. I know a friend that told me, you know what? I just get in the ring. When I'm in the ring, all my aggression is out and I want to bring everything out. And once I am off, it helps me to calm down. Even when I'm being provoked, I am just quiet. So I feel the top percent, the elite, the well-educated, those that have a lot to lose, they tend not to lose their anger. because if they lose their anger the way they wish to, there are great repercussions.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
But compare that to somebody that probably he's homeless or something. He's just somewhere and you met him and then you felt, oh, he has done you wrong and you want to get your justice by yourself. You are going to miss it. You are going to be dealt with thoroughly.
I mean, one of the greatest boxers of our time, he says something that, if you know your strength, personally within, you know what you can do, with your fists. It should give you the more reason to restrain. And I believe that 100%. Now, did you notice the body language of everybody on that train or on that bus? Okay, I mean, they were so calm until it escalated to the peak. Now, do you think that is a norm for them to see such events because they were so calm? It doesn't seem off to them. What can you say about the body language of everybody on the bus or on the train?
I will be honest with you and say that is the more reason why you should explore appropriate channel when things like this happen.
So what are the facts? What's the level of violence against women in India today?
Well, I am not sure, but I think according to record here, we're having violence occur in about 35% of women globally in a lifetime. And in study done in India, on about 10,000 women, 26% reported having experienced physical violence from spouses during lifetime. This is even spouses.
That's spouses. We're not even talking about
spouses met 26% violence on 10,000.
That's massive. That's massive. Just spouses.
That means in every 10,000 women, 2,600 were abused by their spouses. Now, if you live in a world, I know it's not the most classical thing to say, but the law is what it is, and your own safety should matter to you before any other thing. If you live in a world where things like this happen, you see how people were just standing watching and not making other moves to maybe alleviate the issue or douse the tension in the place. So it shows that as a person you should prioritize yourself and say, I think I'm taking this too far. I think, okay, I'll just keep this down. And the funny thing is, I don't know what the guy did. I don't know what is going on, but I have found cases whereby you come to someone and you say, oh, you just stepped on me. And you did not apologize, and I've seen people actually say, oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean that, and they shake over such things. So I think sometimes level of education have a lot to play, have a lot to do with this violence that we're talking about, and also level of personal restraint, personal training. I will always tell anybody and everybody that I know, don't tempt someone. Don't tempt a situation where you don't have the strength to withstand it.
Okay, so summarily, because we're running out of time, so do you think everyone should go into self-defense training? Learn some martial arts for self-defense?
Absolutely. Good. Absolutely.
Yeah, because I used to do kickboxing, but now I do purely gymnastics. I used to do kickboxing for a long time. Now, our coach normally tells us that we are training you to defend yourself and not to be the aggressor. So in this situation, who do you think would have needed this training more?
Well, I think the woman would have needed the training. And the man would have needed the training too, because if she had moved the footwear an inch towards his eye, he could have gone blind. So I would say self-defense training is a character building process.
Absolutely.
You shouldn't skip it.
It's not just the physical, it builds your character. That's true.
I know some of our audience might be looking at, I can't spend this amount of money.
It's expensive, exactly. I was paying £45 per month.
When you live in the West, you don't want to do that.
Absolutely.
What you want to do is to prioritize yourself first. You say, okay, this is my daughter, this is my son. There is no difference between the two of you. We need to get you to somewhere. You train yourself. It builds your character. It gives you restraint. And it shows you consequence of doing certain things. Because if you are in the ring and maybe somebody is trying to be nice and you are maybe somehow too aggressive, if you get pinned down, you have to beg or tap to be released. So that teaches you character. And it's not an option, it's a necessity.
So I'll be leaving our guests and our audience with my last sentence. That will be the golden rule. So do unto others what you wish or what you wish to be done to you.
Ciao.